When trust is broken, the impact is immediate. A single, forceful event instantly splinters your entire reality. Betrayal operates in the same way. It is a violent rupture of a relational contract. To navigate the fallout of that rupture, you need a structured plan. By the end of this video, you will construct a step-by-step, written personal betrayal recovery framework. Before we begin, you need 3 things: a blank notebook and a pen, and a completely secure private environment where you can process your thoughts safely. Translating abstract trauma into a physical, written document helps halt the external panic. You are taking a chaotic situation and forcing it into an actionable structure to begin regaining your personal agency. Step 1 is to officially document the breach. Open your notebook and categorize the specific type of betrayal you experienced. This checklist outlines common types of betrayal. The first 4 are breaking exclusivity, warring fidelity, stealing shared assets or financial, undermining career trust or professional, and conditional loyalty, where someone leaves when it is no longer beneficial to stay. The 5th item on that list is deception. Systematic lying is uniquely destructive because the betrayer constructs and enforces a false reality around you. Living inside that false reality has a specific psychological consequence. It can lead you to question the validity of your own memories and experiences. Writing down the exact type of betrayal on paper begins to strip the betrayer of their power. By naming what happened, you start dismantling the false reality they built. Next, we map your physical reaction. This boat represents your internal security system. When a threat comes from a trusted source, it is compromised. You experience disorientation because the person supposed to be your safe harbor was actually the source of the storm. This triggers betrayal trauma, manifesting through constant hypervigilance, intrusive thoughts about the event, and emotional numbing. Because the assumption of safety is gone, you may also experience relational paranoia. This makes it difficult to trust even those who have never caused you harm. Note the symptoms you are feeling in your notebook. These reactions are the brain's logical, biological response to a sudden loss of relational safety. Step 3 is accepting the reality of the breach. This means making a commitment to stop trying to rationalize or explain away the betrayer's behavior. The urge to figure out why they did it can keep you stuck in the trauma. Instead of rationalizing, you must shift your energy towards establishing radical boundaries. In your notebook, define these boundaries as concrete rules. This could include mandatory silence, physical distance, or strict conditions for any future interaction. The immediate priority of this framework is your personal safety. At this stage, the preservation of the relationship is not the goal. Setting these limits allows you to physically and emotionally detach your self-worth from the actions of the person who betrayed you. In step 4, you must grieve the version of the person you thought they were. That version of the person no longer exists. We need to define these 2 concepts as separate entities. Forgiveness is a solo, internal act. It is the process of releasing the emotional debt so it does not continue to consume you. Reconciliation is a separate, joint project, requiring active participation from both parties. The bridge between these 2 is evidentiary repentance. This is the measurable, visible change in behavior required from the betrayer before any conversation about reconciliation begins. Decoupling these concepts gives you clarity. You have the power to internally forgive someone, to release your own resentment, while simultaneously choosing to never speak to them again. Betrayal shifts the power dynamic of a relationship, often leaving the person who is betrayed feeling stripped of their agency. To address this imbalance, write a new core security mantra at the bottom of your framework document. You must stop asking the unanswerable question, "Can I trust them?" Instead, replace it with a question you can answer. Can I trust myself to handle whatever comes? Shifting your focus inward helps you build the resilience needed to face future uncertainty. When you trust your own ability to survive and adapt, you create a baseline of security that is not dependent on the actions of others. Look at your notebook. You now have a completed, concrete personal betrayal recovery framework. You have named the deception, mapped your trauma symptoms, set safety boundaries, and shifted your focus back to your own resilience. When you trust your own ability to survive and adapt,
You create a baseline of security that is not dependent on the actions of others. Look at your notebook. You now have a completed, concrete personal betrayal recovery framework. You have named the deception, mapped your trauma symptoms, set safety boundaries, and shifted your focus back to your own resilience. Your next step is to keep this document. Read these boundaries and your security mantra out loud whenever you feel the weight of intrusive thoughts or paranoia. You did not choose the breach of trust, but you now hold the tangible tools required to navigate the fallout and begin the work of restoring your agency.